Now it's time to answer our trivia question. Earlier in the show, we asked you what unusual ingredient is at the center of the Maine candy known as a Needham. And the answer is potatoes, which is why a lot of people won't eat them, but they are delicious. And to find out how they are made, we went to a large international corporation that works tirelessly to bring Needhams to you. Needhams are 2-inch chocolate squares with a filling that is uniquely Maine. Hundreds of thousands have been made here in the worldwide headquarters of the Maine Needham Company, which is a couple of spare rooms in Linda Lindberg's house in Norway. And yes, potato is a central ingredient to the secret center.
You should give them to people first before you tell them about the potato. You don't really taste the potato, people love them. It's kind of a little hidden ingredient.
It takes Linda 3 days to make a batch of 2,000 to 3,000 Needhams. She demonstrated by using a classic recipe, not her secret one. The center has warm mashed potatoes, lots of butter, tons of sugar, some coconut oil, and vanilla.
So the recipe's been around forever, but the CV's company really are the ones that made it commercial.
The center forms into a gooey pulp and is spread on a wax paper covered sheet pan, where a day later it becomes the center of this unique candy. On day 2, Linda uses a really big knife to carefully slice each pan into 40 secret centers. The process takes a lot of work, and she understands why a lot of people make them only on special occasions.
A good friend of mine makes them every year at Christmas, and I started making them at Christmas, and they've just been around forever. CV's Needhams closed about 8 years ago.
I know.
And previous to that, I just bought them.
Yeah.
But, you know, after they closed down, we had to go out on our own and start making them.
Linda has experimented with a number of recipes before settling on the one she manufactures. It calls for a mixture of 3 different chocolates in her enrobing machine. Once everything is ready, she uses her really big knife to hand pat each secret center, so the 114-degree chocolate will cover evenly. And she then puts each Needham on the conveyor. Every 9 seconds, a Needham comes out of the enrober and heads through the cooling tunnel. She never thought this would become her vocation.
I started out making cakes for a restaurant, and then I started taking individual slices of cakes to stores. And one guy, one day when I walked into the store, just, this is so good, what else do you make? How come you're only bringing one thing? So I thought, well, the only other thing that really I could think of that stands out was the Needhams.
Now she makes thousands every week. Her wrapping machine is the final step. Each Needham is placed on a cardboard tag, and the machine wraps it in a little bag. As Linda wrapped and packed boxes, which she designed herself, I asked her how Needhams got their name.
About 100 years ago, there was just an overabundance of potatoes up in northern Maine, which is potato country.
Sure.
And so they had a little bit of a contest to see what they could do with all of the extra potato. And the winner of the contest was a candy maker whose last name was Needham, and he put some of the potato into one of his chocolates, and they became Needhams.
And over the next century, their reputation grew and grew.
Okay, here goes. They're great. Oh, I love the chocolate. Those are so good.
Cool.
Wow. They're really good. They're really, really, really good.
Better than the ones in there on the tray.
In fact, I can't taste the potato, which makes me wonder why they don't just make them with a coconut center.
But that's not an Needham.
That's right.
That's a Mounds bar. Needhams are definitely a Maine thing. Yeah.
Needhams are a Maine classic, and they're here to stay. Not in spite of, but because of that delicious potato filling, Needhams are great. Don't be a baby and try them.